Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Punch Hour, and I go by the name General. I welcome you guys back once again to this particular channel. If today is your first time or you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. Yes, please and please again, don't forget to subscribe to this particular channel because I'm here to give you guys all the necessary information that you need so far as football and sports, entertainment, politics, and everything is concerned. But this particular video, we are coming to talk sports. Over the weekend, games Bebre so Europa, the top 5 European leagues. We had some amazing games so and then when you come to Ghana too, the Ghana Premier League is also on. And so matches to draw. But on Sunday, Ukopimo the Accra Sport Stadium, we had that particular amazing game so the super class or the super clash between Hasselfolk and then Kumasi Asante Kotoko. So I'll talk about that particular game, talk about Europe or European football, and then the Black Stars of Ghana. So put us on post notification, leave your comments in the comment section, share this video, and also like our video, and also help us grow by clicking on the subscribe button. So let's go straight into the main issues. Now I'm starting off in the English Premier League, arguably the best league in the world. So over the weekend, games Bebrina Etoja, as I said earlier on, and Manchester City's Josep or Pep Guardiola, he managed his 1,000th game as a coach. That is incredible achievement. Or ball matches, Marco 1,000 as a football coach. And then, what you say on that particular Sunday, almost Liverpool, 3-0 Liverpool into Manchester. That was Pep Guardiola's 1,000th game as a football manager. And so this is how the breakdown looks like. So for Manchester City, he has managed 549 games. So that particular game on board against Liverpool, not any 550th game as a Manchester City coach. So looking at all the clubs are Pep are coaching Manchester City and our coach on par for so many years are 550 games for Manchester City, Bayern Munich 161 matches, Barcelona 247, and then Barcelona's academy too, he managed 42 games. He is one of the most influential and successful football coaches we've had in the 21st century. So he has 40 major trophies to his name. That is Pep Guardiola. Incredible achievement for him. And so that is the breakdown for you right there. And if you look at he has coached so many players, and if you look at some of the greatest players that Pep Guardiola Akuchioma, Messi is the player who has scored more goals under Pep Guardiola as a footballer. So Messi has scored 211 goals under Pep Guardiola. Erling Haaland has 142 goals and counting. Sergio Kun Aguero scored 124 goals, and then Raheem Sterling scored 120 goals. Phil Foden has 104 goals and still counting. And so this is an amazing and incredible achievement for Pep Guardiola as a coach. And so that is something small about Pep Guardiola. But in their game against Liverpool, he won that particular game by 3-0. And then Haaland was on the score sheet. Jeremy Doku was on the score sheet. And then Nico Gonzalez. These were the players that Omunya those 2 goals. So Edema Pep Guardiola against Liverpool. That game, everything, when the game started, Manchester City dominated the game. Almost dominated the game where their defense, their midfield, they were controlling the ball more than Liverpool did. And so Arne Slot he's in a hot water, and that's why it's power because we lose games too much and Slot, and something needs to be done at Liverpool. So City won that particular game. Almost close the gap between themselves and then Arsenal, because Arsenal and also only the league table. Though say on that particular Saturday night, Arsenal to me a ball draw with Sunderland. Abraham it to me it a kill it 2-1, 90 plus something. And Sunderland found it able to take. So on Saturday afternoon we had the early kickoff. Tottenham Hotspur against Manchester United. The game ended on a 2-2 draw. West Ham also form they are now building up because when the season started, West Ham was off. They were not like how they used to be last season. They were losing matches on and on and on. But with the new coach, Nuno Espirito Santo, we're winning 2 games, Amoma, consecutively. So now I think they are landing on the 18th position Omani Burnley, so they scored Burnley by 3 goals to 2. Everton, Fulham 2-0. Arsenal and Sunderland played 2-2 draw. Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge on Saturday night won against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Nottingham Forest 3, Leeds United 1. Crystal Palace and Brighton played a 0-0 draw, a goalless draw. Brentford, Newcastle Airborne 3-1. Aston Villa 4, Bournemouth 0. Then Manchester City 3, Liverpool 0. And so that is how some of the matches went over the weekend in the Premier League. If you look at the table, Arsenal is still leading with 25 points. Manchester City 22. So now the gap is 4 points. So between Arsenal and Manchester City, it is 4 points. I want to see Arsenal win the league this season. I want to see Arsenal win the league this season because the kind of football Mobono, they deserve to win the league. Chelsea 3rd, Manchester United, they are lying on the 7th, Liverpool on the 8th. And so if you look at the top scorers chart, Erling Haaland still leading 14 goals. Incredible performance this season. Igor Thiago of Brentford 8, and then Semenyo of Bournemouth, the Ghanaian, has 6 goals. Now, Spanish La Liga, Elche Sociedad 1-1, Girona 1, Alaves 0, Sevilla 1, Osasuna 0, Atletico Madrid 3, Levante 1. It goes on and on. Real Vallecano, Etina Fie, any Real Madrid, Omni Madrid, Ebony Tawe, and that game, Madrid for so many years, Omoko Real Vallecano for Viohana Air Dean, some Madrid, they it is either they lose there or they get a point or a draw. And so on Sunday, Omodon call Kobo 0-0, I'll be Shego. Madrid tried their best, but they couldn't win that particular game. Barcelona chased Vigo, it 4-2. In that game, Frankie de Jong had a red card, and so he will be out in the next game. Barcelona against Athletic Bilbao. Now, I'll talk about that Madrid and then the Real Vallecano thing that is happening. But La Liga table, Madrid still leading with 31 points, Barcelona 28. Where the goal king chart now, Kylian Mbappe is leading with big gap on 13 goals, Alvarez 7. Lewandowski also has 7 goals right there. So if you look at the Real Vallecano and then the Real Madrid thing, from 2023, Real Madrid has won against them only on one occasion. Once Pena Madrid Asher Vallecano since 2023 in the La Liga. Even that game was played at Santiago Bernabeu. Into Madrid, ebo home, Madrid, Eco Vallecano fee bia, a trouble, mintiase. So that is what you are seeing right there. The image, kama pa. Vallecano will always give pressure to Real Madrid and Barcelona. They don't care if you are a victim. Now, in the German Bundesliga, Bayern Munich on Saturday. Hey, Bayern Munich, boys, are investment. Say Munko win, straight win. Bayern, ball draw. Bayern Munich drew in that particular game. I was surprised against Union Berlin. 2-2 draw. Even Bayern was on the verge of losing that particular game. If had it not been a miracle, a buyer on the 90 plus 4 minutes, a hurricane and Dagona, Bayern Munich would have lost that game to Union Berlin. I say investors. Regardless, they still messed everything up. They couldn't win that particular game. Union Berlin 2-2. And so that is their league table. Bayern on that first with 28 points. Leipzig and so that second with 22. Then Dortmund on third with 21 points. So the German Bundesliga, Bayern Munich, over the weekend, minimum what really happened to them on that particular afternoon. So Hurricane, 13 goals, Luis Diaz 6 goals, and then Haris Tabakovic has also 6 goals. Or Bobo Nema Borussia Mönchengladbach. Now French League Paris Saint-Germain, Omunya an incredible win against Olympique Lyonnais at the 90 plus. 94th minute, yes. And Omunya that particular win in goal after Lyon, it did red card. Omunya that particular win. And yes, I think PSG and come back another draw game. So that game, and also going 2-2 between Paris and then Olympique Lyon. PSG, Omona still leading the league table no. Almost 27 points. Marseille 25, and then Lens has also has 25 points right there. And so that is how the French Ligue 1 is also looking like. Okay, so and also Kopimo, I think no, it was on a Friday. Yes, on a Friday, Barcelona, their new stadium, that is the Spotify company, almost be to her. Emma, some 23,000 fans came there to watch their training session. So very soon they are planning to officially open the stadium for matches against Athletic Bilbao, which will be happening next week on the 22nd November, or against Alaves on the 29th of November. So these are Barcelona plans on opening their newly built stadium. I find it around 100,000. It will be the biggest stadium in Europe. So they want to open it on the 22nd or the 29th of this particular month. That is the Spotify Camp Nou. Before I go into other matters, no, let me move straight to England and talk about Frank James Lampard in the English Championship. Yes, Frank James Lampard, the former Chelsea coach and footballer. Lampard is really working for Coventry. He's the coach for Coventry, and this season Lampard has been an incredible coach. Coventry over the English Championship now. As I speak to you now, they are the ones leading the English uh, Championship now, and Lampard is doing well because in the Championship this season they are first on the table. They have 10 wins, 4 draws, and then 1 lost, or yes, 1 loss. So you see that they played 50 matches, almost winning 10, almost draw 4, and almost just 1. So they have scored 40 goals and then they have conceded 13 goals. So Lampard is doing an incredible job at Coventry for that particular club. And we cannot talk about Coventry and not talk about this particular player, Brandon Thomas Asante. Brandon Thomas Asante, he is a Ghanaian. Waba Black Stars for I think 4 times. Yes, he has call up 4 times to join the Black Stars. And every day he will score a goal. Every day he will score a goal for Coventry. And so Brandon Thomas Asante, he's got some fine form. If you look at his numbers, he has 10 goals in the championship. It's not an easy thing. He's working so hard for Coventry. And I'll not be surprised if I see Coventry in the Premier League next season. Though it is early days yet, but looking at how they are playing and how they are winning matches, you can see that Lampard would definitely qualify Coventry back to the English Premier League next season. So don't be surprised if that actually happens. So these are some of the highlights over the weekend in the European League. But now they are on break going for international duties. World Cup qualifies, World Cup playoffs are there, friendly games and all of those things are happening this particular week and then from next week going. So I'll be bringing you guys an update on all of those happenings as well. And let me come back home. Let me come home and talk about our own, the Super Clash. I call so the Accra Sports Stadium between House of Folk and then Kumasi Asante Kotoko. House of Folk lose game by just a goal, by 1 goal margin. It was a penalty in the first half. By around the 23rd minute thereabouts. And Kotoko inya that penalty to me the ball no 28 ma win game no at the Accra Sports Stadium game no ending 1-0. So the Super Clash, though Nkrofan and Park there, as we know, the Ghana League people don't go to the stadium to watch the games. But it was a nice game. The referee did his best. The referee's performance was fine. When to me Angie infringement be a back where the controversies air, but given I'm a share I was impressed with the performance of the referee, and then the game was smooth. I think after the game, some maintain was be a buy, but I think it would definitely be solved. And so that is how the Super Clash air course of Ghana has a folk and Kotoko. It to me a course. Benjamin Asare was on fire in that particular game. Or your Juma Party, Accra House of Folk in that particular game. And so now that is how things are happening. Now the Black Stars of Ghana, Coach Utuado, the call up is not yet out. As at the time I made this particular video, the name call up from Coach Utuado. Players are although Japan, about the carrying cup between Ghana, Japan, and then South Korea. Name call up bia. But for my information, I say information that crime in Sakana said 3 local based players they can call up and joining the Black Stars in Asia. Goalkeeper Benjamin Asare of House of Folk is part. Asare is part. We have Prince Usu of Mediama Soccer Club. He's also part of the squad that Omukwa joined Black Stars in Asia. And then Kelvin Nkrumah of Mediama, he's also part of the squad that Omukwa joined Black Stars in Asia. And so when the call-up comes out, I'll definitely do a video about that. And then you guys will have an update on that. And so that is how things are happening in the world of football. If you are new here, please subscribe to our channel for us, leave us a comment, share our video, and also like our video. My name is General. I'll see you in our next episode. I'm out.